Today, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about closing costs, and it's coming up right now. Okay, so what are closing costs anyway? We've all heard about it. We've all paid them at some point if you're a homeowner, or if you're looking into buying a home, you have to deal with it now. So let's define them first and foremost, okay? So the definition of closing costs are fees associated with your home purchase that are paid at the closing of a real estate transaction. And just in case you didn't know the official definition of closing is the point in time when the title of the property is transferred from the seller to the buyer, okay? Good, we got that. Let's go to the next point. Okay, next point. So, I want to go over the two main types of closing costs there are. There's what I like to call first-party closing costs, and then there's third-party closing costs. Some examples of some first-party closing costs are things like an application fee, or depending on where you live, an attorney's fee, or a credit report fee, or a home inspection, or a lender fee. Those are points that the lender will charge you, okay, to do the loan. Those are first-party fees. Then you have third-party fees. These are things like title, appraisal, and if you're in California, or as I would say, those transfer taxes, and recording fees, stuff like that. So those would be your third-party closing costs. Now, generally, if you go back to another video that I did about seller and lender credit, I'll put some links to those below, and hopefully you've got the contact cards come up here if you're on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube, The Mortgage Minute. Shameless plug, I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go over how you can get these closing costs covered and further understand them. So if you look at those other two videos that I recommended, you can pay the closing costs, you can get a lender credit to pay the closing costs, which means the lender would give you a credit for the closing costs, and I go into that in more detail in another video. And then you have, your realtor can actually give you credit towards paying off your closing costs, and that will be a separate video, okay? Or you can get the seller to pay for it in the contract. You can get some seller credit, and I have a video on that as well. So those are your closing costs. Now, generally speaking, your first-party closing costs, your lender closing costs, those are the ones you want to look at the most closely, because that's where you're going to get extra fees and things like that in there. Your title, appraisal, and taxes are almost always going to be quoted at the bare minimum that they have to be. You can shop around for title fees if you're purchasing a home, but your realtor probably has a great title company already picked out for you.
Please make sure you smash that like button and leave a comment below. I will be there to continue the conversation. And if you like this content, please make sure to subscribe and follow me on social media. That's Instagram at @TheMortgageDon and Facebook as Matthew Tortorelli, Loan Officer. Thank you again, and have a great one, everyone.